If you were active in the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom in 2015, you may remember a select few videos focusing on the more comedic aspects of the titular game series. These videos would eventually become much more than just parody animations. They would become a full series spanning 6 seasons plus 2 spin-offs. This series would be called Freddy Fazbear and Friends. If you weren't previously aware of everything I just explained to you, then this video might greatly interest you. Today, we will dive into the nichest topics regarding this series to see what hides beneath the surface. This is the Freddy Fazbear and Friends Iceberg. SFM. The series was created entirely in Source Filmmaker for almost 2 years until Andrew John 100 would start integrating plush format episodes into the series. Andrew John 100. Andrew John 100 is the creator of this series, initially starting work on it in 2014. When the series was created, Andrew John 100 gained massive popularity, eventually making YouTube his full-time career. FNAF Shorts. Starting with FNAF Short number 1, The Helpful Ghost, uploaded on October 2017, it is the first spin-off series from Freddy Fazbear and Friends. It mainly consists of short videos with simple plots. It ended on May 8th, 2021 with the video FNAF Shorts number 52, the 400,000 subscriber video. Fazbear Segments. Made as an alternative to FNAF Shorts, Fazbear Segments was started on September 29th, 2021 with the video Fazbear Segments, Chica's Broken Leg. It was also created as a format to upload videos using the plush character format while also being able to focus on the main series made in SFM. Trip to the Moon. Trip to the Moon is the first official episode in the series. Uploaded on April 4th, 2015, the episode revolves around Freddy and Chica creating a spaceship to travel to the moon in order to obtain cheese for their cheese pizzas. Bonnie doesn't like Chica. A dynamic used as a central plot point in multiple episodes is that Bonnie and Chica have a massive rivalry. This plot point would first be used in Season 2, Episode 1, The Bunny Rat, where Chica brings a hybrid creature between a rat and a bunny into the pizzeria, much to Bonnie's dismay. Golden Freddy has magic. Throughout most of the series, it is shown that Golden Freddy is in control of magic powers, including but not limited to levitation, ability to show the past/future, magic alchemy, and transdimensional travel. These abilities proven to be an insanely powerful being, but he can still be pushed around by higher foes. It's also important to mention that he and Puppet once teamed up as partners to fight the nightmares in the past. The Puppet. The Puppet is a character that is around the same category as Golden Freddy in that he also has powerful magic, such as life-giving, resurrection, purification, as well as magic alchemy. It's important to mention that he was the one who resurrected William Afton as Springtrap and purified his soul.
The last time I used him was on your father, when he was at Fazbear's Fright, unconscious. I gave life to him and removed the bad programming from him.
Chica ran away. Uploaded on September 21st, 2016 as the 35,000 subscriber special, Andrew John 100 would upload the episode Chica Runs Away. The plot for this episode involves Bonnie accidentally destroying the kitchen and framing Chica for the damages. This would cause Freddy to ground Chica for 3 weeks, which would lead to her running away from home. She was found at the Toy Animatronics restaurant and instated as the second party maker. However, Withered Freddy informs them that the original Freddy Fazbears could fall under financial instability without Chica, leading her to return home. It is then revealed that Bonnie was actually the one who destroyed the kitchen, leading him to be punished instead of Chica. This episode would be referenced heavily in future episodes as an inciting incident that created Chica and Bonnie's rivalry.
Not the jerk. Bonnie's the jerk. Think about it. He disrespected you in the past. He framed me for destroying the kitchen. He ruined my party. And he did everything back to me for I told this crap to him.
Bitesy. In the episode The Bunny Rat, the hybrid that Chica brought into the pizzeria is named Bitesy. Bitesy seems to have human-level intelligence and a bad retention for terrible gas. Bitesy was also the first character to be officially killed off in the series, never to be brought back.
No! Take that, you stupid!
Baby broke up with Bonnie. Later on in the series, a relationship that would eventually appear is Bonnie and Circus Baby. Despite seeming like it was going very well, they broke up with no warning under the reasoning, we don't like the same things and have different tastes. Withered Golden Freddy died. Withered Golden Freddy was initially introduced in the episode Nightmare Arrival, uploaded on October 31st, 2018. He sided with the Nightmares, leading an attack on the gang's house and attacking the rest of the characters. At the end, he is redeemed and invited to stay with the other withered animatronics. In the episode Evil Comeback, uploaded on August 6, 2023, Withered Golden Freddy would be killed off by Springtrap, who had seemingly turned evil. The reason being, for a long time, I was having trouble finding a purpose for him, and it felt like he was just there.
Slackers do that, and I'm not a slacker.
Nothing episodes. Much like every big YouTuber, there will be a hiatus in the videos people wish to see, either for bigger projects or general life business. A solution to this problem is quickly creating a video that uses less resources than a traditional upload, that can be easily created and uploaded within a day to tide over the audience. Andrew John 100 has been known to make videos like these while working on bigger projects. A more common type of these videos are the birthday episodes, where a majority of the video consists of the character's plush form baking a cake for another character. The Nightmares. The Nightmares are a group of animatronics who serve as the primary antagonists of the series. Led by Nightmarian, their goal is to take down the pizzeria, the Fazbear gang, and to take total control of the world. They originated from the year 1969 and were eventually shut out from the pizzeria in 1970. They were then brought into the Nightmare House by Nightmare and Nightmare Fredbear. Eventually, Golden Freddy and Puppet would kill Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare, who would steal Puppet's life-giving powers and reincarnate himself as Nightmarian. The Nightmares were first introduced in the episode Nightmare Foxy. It's important to mention that Nightmare Bonnie switched sides from the Nightmare House to the Fazbear gang. It's also important to mention that several of the Nightmares were killed off over the course of the series, leaving Nightmarian, Nightmare Chica, Nightmare Cupcake, Plushtrap, the Nightmare Endos, and Lefty, who they plan to use to steal Puppet as well as his life-giving powers. The Werebeaver. In the episode The Bunny Rat, the Werebeaver was originally perceived as a regular beaver in the new Fazbear petting zoo. At the end of the episode, it's explained that the beaver was actually a werebeaver and killed every other animal in the petting zoo before running away and never being seen again. Who knows? The werebeaver may return.
And besides, it turns out that the beaver is actually a werebeaver and has killed all the other animals. So we're gonna have to cancel this.
Accidental advertisements. In many videos uploaded by Andrew John 100, he seemed to do an advertisement for a restaurant or product by complete accident. The most prominent example of this was in the episode Chica's Diet, where the first minute or so is dedicated to them praising the restaurant chain Applebee's. Chica even says,
I can't help it when I see their quesadillas and delicious and crispy french fries. They're just so good.
It's also apparent in the segment Joke's on You, where they dedicate the first minute to explaining the high quality of Papa John's pizza and how good it is. Alternate universes. In the episode The Alternate Universe, Freddy, Foxy, and Golden Freddy decide to create a portal to an alternate universe, bringing the Blacklight animatronics. This group includes Blue Bear, Pinky, Barry, Blanco, Toxie, and Muffin. The Fazbear gang decided that they were too annoying to remain in the house and sent them into another universe. The Blacklights were then sent to the Bendy Tales universe until the series finale, Universe Collision, where they would return. It should be mentioned that they were able to open a portal to the other universe by inserting DNA samples plus extra energy into a microwave, much like the plot of Into the Spider-Verse, which would shamelessly copy it 10 months afterwards. Bonnie died. There have been a few moments throughout the series where Bonnie has died, but the most prominent was in the Nightmare Arrival, where Bonnie died from an infected shark bite. This plot point was a large part of the episode and what led the Nightmares to be brought to the Fazbear gang's house. However, Puppet was able to bring him back to life using his life-giving powers, where he would remain alive for the rest of the series. Non-canon episodes. There are a list of episodes that were created, but were however retconned and deemed as non-canon in the future of the series. The list of episodes is as follows: Toy Bonnie's Advice, Chica's Anniversary, Fazbear Lottery, and Springtrap's Rat Lesson. It should also be mentioned that despite the episodes being completely non-canon themselves, there are certain plot points and aspects brought up in these episodes that are referenced in other episodes. meaning that those aspects are canon, but the episodes they are referenced / originated from aren't. For example, Mangle makes an appearance in Toy Bonnie's advice as her game-accurate form. Despite the episode being non-canon, she still appears as her game-accurate form in future episodes, meaning that aspect of the episode remained canon after its retconning. Animatronics are subhuman and considered lower class. At multiple points in the series, it is shown that animatronics are considered lower class compared to the rest of humanity. Despite being completely sentient and aware at all times with the same level of intelligence as people, they aren't allowed to do basic human things. In the episode Bonnie's Christmas Carol, it is explained that if animatronics are caught driving a car, they will be scrapped and sent to a junkyard. They are also not able to be treated by human doctors and have to rely on Golden Freddy for most of their medical problems.
Many humans also seem to be racist towards animatronics, as seen in the episode Bonnie Runs Away, where he is thrown out into the street as a store owner states specifically,
"Read it and don't come back! Animatronics are not allowed to be on my porch!"
Yeah? Well, screw you then!
Cupcake is considered subhuman. In many of the episodes that Cupcake is featured in, he is treated as a lesser being compared to the animatronics. Despite being almost exactly like the animatronics in means of intelligence, he's still just considered an object by them, and isn't given any actual sympathy or empathy. Freddy being the worst offender in the situation, even seriously considering replacing him with a new Cupcake when he's lost. Chica is really the only one who treats him as an equal, whereas everybody else treats him as a pet almost.
Oftentimes, Cupcake is tortured or punished as a means of punishing Chica as well, further proving that the animatronics do not respect his sentience or his intelligence.
Hey, come here, Cupcake! You can't have a cupcake! It was you! You're not coming out of this backstage!
Angry mode. Angry mode is a state of being that most of the animatronics switch to when they are extremely enraged. It can be identified by the black eyes with glowing white pupils. It is most prominently used in Season 1 between Freddy, Bonnie, and Foxy. Chica also has an angry mode, but it can be identified by either Chica having a raging red head, or her head growing larger accompanied with a loud growl. It only recently appeared again in the episode The Evil Comeback as Freddy fights Springtrap. Josh Andrew 100. Josh Andrew 100 was the original name for Andrew John 100's YouTube channel. It is archived in most older videos, but can also be seen in the intro for Chica's Addiction. The reason for it being changed was because Andrew John's audience mistaking his real-life name for Josh Deliberus, who was his brother. Bitey. Bitey is a name only mentioned one time during the episode The Bunny Rat.
Meet Bitey! Ah!
It's most likely Andrew John making a mistake on pronouncing his name, Bitesy. However, this could also be a situation of Bitesy's original name being just Bitey. This is possible, but unlikely. Andrew John created his own insult, meaner. Meaner is a word that Andrew John seemingly created and used throughout multiple times in the series. Most notably used by Bonnie to Chica when Chica goes to check on him after a huge argument between the two.
Yeah, Bonnie?
Go away, meaner.
The word is very similar to another word with a worse meaning, but depending on if you want to hear it like that is up to you. Original FNAF map. In the first episode, Trip to the Moon, there is another SFM map that the episode takes place in for the first 5 minutes or so. At around 5:10, the map switches to the more traditional map that would be used throughout the rest of the season. The reason for its switching is unknown. It's also interesting to mention that the newer map was used in older episodes from before the series fully took off, but we'll save that for later. Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. I'll combine both into one topic. Fredbear and Spring Bonnie are two characters that originated from Fredbear's Family Diner. It was in fact the second pizzeria created by the Fazbear Corporation, the first being the Nightmares Pizzeria. Fredbear was actually the one who committed the bite of 87. Fredbear would then become Golden Freddy in the future, living with the memory that he committed the bite of 87. Spring Bonnie is a character who is not the same as Springtrap. He's only ever seen as a ghost in his 2 appearances in the series. Once in Bonnie's Christmas Carol, and in Exotic Rush as an hallucination. Chica dreams of Toy Freddy her. In the episode What a Weird Night, Chica is forced to sleep in the same bed as Bonnie. Hijinks ensue regarding Chica's weird sleeping habits. At one point in the night, Chica seems to have a nightmare where Toy Freddy her. She says,
No, what, Toy Freddy, what are you doing to me? No, get off me! Ah!
before being woken up by Bonnie, to which she says,
Get away
before hitting Bonnie. We're not sure what this is supposed to mean about Toy Freddy and Chica's relationship or things that may have occurred in the past, but it is still hard to think about nonetheless. Lost episodes. Since its start in 2015, the series has had its fair share of lost episodes. Many of them were lost because Andrew John didn't like how they turned out and reworked them, or he just straight up hated them. A good handful of these episodes were archived by various YouTubers reacting to them prior to their deletion, but some of them were completely lost forever, never to be seen again. Original Mangle model. In the 2015 episode Bonnie's Christmas Carol, Mangle has her first appearance in the show as Foxy's girlfriend who was visiting for Christmas. However, her appearance would be entirely different to how she would look throughout the rest of the series, being more accurate to her in-game appearance, which would first appear in Toy Bonnie's Advice. This also implies that in between Bonnie's Christmas Carol and Toy Bonnie's Advice, a traumatic event that would turn Mangle into a more accurate form occurred. Multiple endos. In 2 episodes of the show, Chica's Anniversary and Bonnie Runs Away, it would be stated that there are multiple endoskeletons of a few select characters that were made. In Chica's Anniversary, Chica states,
I was a scrapped concept in Fazbear Engineering, and they shipped you to the pizzeria.
Followed by Freddy saying,
Yeah, that's why they started making copies for your endoskeleton.
Despite that episode being retconned, the same plot point would be brought up in Bonnie Runs Away with Foxy saying,
You could say that again. I thought Gene's Rare Auctions and Finds would have some animatronics there. Not even a Happy Frog.
Implying that there are copies of Happy Frog endoskeletons that were produced, giving some canonicity to Chica's endoskeleton copies. More on this later. Bonnie took a bath in acid water. In the episode Bonnie's guitar is destroyed by Chica throwing watermelons in the pizzeria. This tears Bonnie apart and is only made worse by Freddy not fully understanding the emotions he was feeling, making him feel worse by accidentally saying the wrong things. Eventually, Bonnie would try to kill himself by pouring water on himself and shorting out a circus. However, this doesn't make sense because Freddy was seen taking a bath in water the scene prior. Later on, Andrew John would explain that the reason why the suicide attempt worked was because Bonnie was using acid water instead of real water.
Oh, that's quite easy. I was using regular water. The water Bonnie was using was severely toxic. It was filled with chemicals and stuff that would make a robot break down. But here it's just plain old regular water. The water that you regularly use in tap water or that you use in your shower. Hope that answers your question.
Chica considers suicide. Again in the episode Cupcake gets kidnapped, Chica is completely torn up over Cupcake getting lost. After failing to find him, she would fall into a deep depression with seemingly no end. After getting annoyed with her crying, Bonnie would try to tell her that Cupcake died by getting ran over by a car despite this not happening. Chica would then start to feel even worse and consider suicide at the end of the episode right before revealing that Cupcake is safe and returned home. She says,
I guess you're not gonna come back, Cupcake. You're dead. Rest in peace, my friend. I guess I should join him.
Before walking towards an open window to presumably jump out. Michael Jackson was killed by his doctor. In the episode Bonnie's Glasses, Bonnie has an infection in the equivalent of his occipital lobe resulting in poor vision. He is forced to get glasses in order to correct his vision and he is mocked heavily by Chica. He then starts to read a book where he mentions certain naval battles and the results before stating,
Michael Jackson was killed by his doctor. Don't we know that either?
This is mostly notable for its unexpected entrance as well as the fact that it's a controversial conspiracy theory that Bonnie presents as absolute truth. Murders still happened. In the Freddy Fazbear and Friends lore, the lore of William Afton follows mostly the same path as the FNAF version of him. He still murdered 5 children and stuffed them into suits, which is a pretty dark plot for a series like this. This is also partly the reason as to why Puppet purified his soul and redeemed him into a good guy. More on this later. Chica's Thanksgiving Ghost. In the episode Chica's Thanksgiving, Chica ruins the Thanksgiving meal by causing a scene at the party. She retreats to her room after realizing what she did until Bonnie comes to console her and tell her to apologize. Near the end of this scene when Chica says,
Really? Let's go!
Whoa!
you can see a second Bonnie plush in the background apparently moving on its own if you pay close attention. This doesn't seem to be a result of the camera angle as it remains mostly static throughout that entire shot. This surely is a mystery. Springtrap's first appearance. When it comes to Springtrap's first official appearance in the series, many will point to the episode Lost, where Foxy gets separated from Cupcake and Springtrap while on a walk through the forest preserve. However, the first actual appearance of Springtrap is for 3 seconds in the episode Bonnie's Guitar, where he seems to look around the corner of the hallway at Bonnie, open up his head to reveal his face underneath, and duck back behind the corner. Bonnie is vital to the pizzeria's popularity. In the episode Bonnie Runs Away, Bonnie, as the title says, ran away because of the mistreatment he was getting from Freddy. However, Freddy realizes that he needs to replace Bonnie soon because of his popularity with the audience of the pizzeria. This is then proven when the people in the audience do not like the performance without Bonnie being the spotlight. When Freddy is told the actual profit made from that day was
$10.02.
he realizes that he has to get Bonnie back no matter what. Freddy doesn't want Chica to touch a plant. In the episode The Nature Walk, Freddy, Chica, and Bonnie travel through the forest on a nature walk after having nothing else to do in the day. Chica encounters a plant that intrigues her and she wants to take it home. Freddy then very creepily and scarily says, before explaining to her why it's bad to take nature away from its home. A very heartfelt and simple lesson, but told in a very eerie way. Whoa! SML is canon. On a few occasions in the Freddy Fazbear and Friends universe, it is shown that Super Mario Logan shares a universe with it. Mainly in the episode Cupcake Gets Kidnapped, where Bowser Jr. is shown to be the one responsible for taking Cupcake, as well as a few cop characters from SML showing up in the segment Elephant Rampage. While it isn't officially mentioned that they share a universe, the obvious implication remains. Freddy actually met Slenderman. During the Season 2 episode Freddy vs. Slenderman, Freddy goes on a nature walk after a long day performing for children. On this nature walk, he encounters Slenderman and recreates the game Slender the 8 Pages. Despite the weird plot to this episode, Andrew John has not yet retconned this episode, meaning Freddy Fazbear did in fact meet Slenderman in the history of the series. Donald Trump does not like Freddy Fazbear and Friends. In the very first FNAF short, Helpful Ghost, Golden Freddy asks Springtrap what's on the news today, and Springtrap replies,
I have no idea, Golden Freddy. Maybe just Donald Trump talking trash about us?
proving that either Donald Trump wouldn't like Freddy Fazbear and Friends, or he has a repeated history of talking shit about Freddy Fazbear and Friends.
I do not like Freddy Fazbear and Friends.
Either result is strange, mainly because of Andrew John's intent to remove any political talk from the channel, including any talk of Trump. Clara. Older and more popular headcanons in the fandom of certain characters like Ballora say that she is meant to represent William Afton's wife, and that her true name is Clara. In the short, Sleepy Stroll, Springtrap is seen mumbling in his sleep,
Oh, Clara, I'll always love you.
implying that Clara, as a character, was real at one point and is Springtrap's wife, saying that Ballora is Springtrap's wife, giving some truth to the headcanon in Freddy Fazbear and Friends. The bite of the late 90s. In Bonnie Runs Away, Bonnie and Circus Baby go into the back rooms of the pizzeria, finding only a laundry room with Ender trapped inside one of the machines. When he is released, he explains that he wishes to destroy William Afton and his creations because of his backstory. When he worked in the original pizzeria, he was mistreated by one employee relentlessly until he would bite out the frontal lobe of said employee. Despite this being similar to the bites of 87 and 83, this event actually occurred at some point in the late 90s.
Teasing me and calling me names and throwing stuff at me and kicking me, so I finally got fed up and bit his frontal lobe out. And no, that was not in 1987, that was in the late 90s.
Who Wants Chowder is canon. Who Wants Chowder is an old SFM FNAF video that Andrew John made on January 6, 2015, as a parody of the Family Guy bit where they all drink Epicac and vomit. The video follows the exact same flow as the original bit from Family Guy. However, this video would be revealed to be canon to the series despite being made prior to the first episode's release. It would be revealed in the episode Mysterious Easter Basket, where Freddy and friends eat laced candy and start vomiting, in which Bonnie says,
Oh no! Here we go!
referencing the Who Wants Chowder video. The animatronics have replicas of bodily functions. At multiple points in the series, the animatronics would refer to certain bodily functions that would only be found in humans, but as nodes that replicate how they work. The animatronics have a breathing system, a stomach that creates energy, oil, blood, and even reproductive organs. Each piece can be used as replacements for a lack of actual organs to make them feel more human, quote unquote. SFM FNAF Test. SFM FNAF Test was a video uploaded on November 1st, 2014 with the description, "Here's my first SFM movie." While it is Andrew John's first dip into SFM, it is also his first dip into FNAF content on his channel. This video would eventually evolve into the series we all know and love today. Foxy used to be on the moon. In the episode Trip to the Moon, Foxy and Bonnie take it upon themselves to save Freddy and Chica, who are abandoned on the moon. As they're trying to figure out where they are, Bonnie makes the revelation that they are on the moon, to which Foxy replies,
"The moon! Alright, I used to be there."
Which is a plot point that was only ever brought up that single time. This means that Foxy has been to the moon before, or you could even extend it further, that Foxy is entirely from the moon. The fuck? Bunny Rat original title / thumbnail. The episode The Bunny Rat originally had a different title and thumbnail, the original title being known as simply The Rat. However, the title was changed to The Bunny Rat due to criticism from the audience about the rat model in fact being an edited rabbit model. The thumbnail was also changed. The original video with the title is lost to time, however the thumbnail directly after the change was found. The original thumbnail is reportedly just a picture of a rat. Chica has a history of being naked in the pizzeria. In the episode Chica Runs Away, Chica decides to run away from the pizzeria while leaving some possessions behind, including her bib. Freddy finds her empty room with her bib on the floor and proceeds to say,
"Chica, your bib's on the floor! Or you know how I feel about when you're naked!"
Meaning Chica has been naked in the pizzeria multiple times prior to this event, apparently enough for Chica to finally get the message. Foxy did crack. On January 21st, 2023, Andrew John uploaded an audio to his Discord server, where Foxy does crack to Freddy's dismay. It is a parody to a scene from Family Guy where Peter does crack to Brian's dismay. However, despite being a parody, it was announced by Alec Kidna that the fact is in fact canon to the rest of the series. Episode deleted because Chica gets lynched in the closet. Despite many episodes being lost to time, a good handful were saved via re-uploads or reaction videos. One of these being the original version to the episode Chained. The original plot involving Freddy and Bonnie instead of their withered variations. The episode plays out as normal, however the end reveals that them being chained together was a prank done by Chica. As revenge, Chica puts the chain around Chica's neck and hangs her in the closet. She nearly dies but is found by Funtime Foxy, who saved her life. Andrew John said that he didn't like how the episode turned out and that's why he took it down, but it's more likely that he wasn't a fan of how Chica gets lynched in the closet near the end. Bonnie's Clone. Bonnie's Clone is an episode that was reportedly being produced during the production of The Bunny Rat. The plot apparently revolved around Bonnie creating a clone in order to make his chores easier, but it would eventually get out of hand. There was a preview of it on Andrew John's channel, however it is lost due to the original video being privated and no re-uploads being created. The episode never finished production and was never released. Freddy's Fidget Spinner is actually canon. Freddy's Fidget Spinner is an episode that was deleted because Andrew John thought it ruined Freddy's character. The episode involved Bonnie giving Freddy a fidget spinner and him becoming obsessed with it and going completely insane, allowing Chica to get hurt in the process. Despite this episode being deleted, a full version was re-uploaded and the entire video remained canon to the series as the events in the video were referenced heavily in the episode Cupcake Gets Kidnapped.
Oh, there's the tree where I fell off, and Freddy didn't help me where he had that addicting fidget spinner. There must have been crack inside that fidget spinner because fidget spinners can't addict you.
Second Christmas special file corrupted. As a finale to Season 1 of Freddy Fazbear and Friends, Andrew John planned to make a Christmas special for 2016. However, the file of it was deleted on the day of Christmas, leading to Andrew John to fully cancel the episode. The episode originally revolved around a parody of The Grinch where Springtrap plays the role of the Grinch. The video is entirely lost. No More Pizza 1/Bonnie's Job. In 2014, Andrew John 100 uploaded the video titled My Upcoming Show, which was dedicated to showing a behind-the-scenes view of the first episode of Freddy Fazbear and Friends. Andrew John explains that the first episode was going to be titled Bonnie's Job, which was going to be about Bonnie taking care of Foxy after he had a run-in with Mike Schmidt. Interestingly, if this episode were made, it would be the only appearance of Mike throughout the entire show's history. However, the file name for this episode was No More Pizza 1, so it is unknown if the file was going to become Bonnie's job or if it was a completely different episode titled No More Pizza. Nightmare Freddy appears for 13 frames. In the episode Bonnie's Christmas Carol, there is a very, very brief moment where Nightmare Freddy appears in the background looking around the corner for 13 frames before ducking behind the wall. Most people won't notice this on their first watch through, or their second. It takes a very trained eye to see this at any point in time. Interestingly, the model Andrew John used doesn't share enough aspects with Nightmare Freddy to definitively say for sure that it was him. There's less dithering on him, and his eyes do not share the same kind of eyes that all Nightmare animatronics have, so there's a slight sense of mystery on whether or not that is really Nightmare Freddy. Foxy used to be Chica's boyfriend. In a video uploaded by Andrew John on May 5th, 2016, he animates a parody of a clip from the Looney Tunes show, in which Foxy explains to Chica that he is in fact her boyfriend. Normally this would be seen as just a parody animation that changes nothing, but seeing as previous parody animations were canon to the rest of the series, you're forced to look at this in a different light. As well as Foxy's more lenient and defensive attitude towards Chica in older episodes, it is implied that at one point, Chica was Foxy's girlfriend.
Whoa! Oh, Foxy, I missed you!
FNAF School. FNAF School was a planned series by Andrew John where all the characters from Freddy Fazbear and Friends would go to school. It would have been non-canon to the rest of the series, and it is unknown if it would have been in plush format or animated format. However, the idea was completely scrapped and no content for it would ever be produced. It is unknown when the idea was scrapped or if Andrew John ever had any intention of actually making it. Freddy Fazbear and Friends was based on a dream.
Hey, this is me while I'm editing this. I tried to look for the videos while I was editing this, and it turns out they've been deleted. They are gone, they are lost. It's not mentioned anywhere if they were deleted or lost, but I can't find them anywhere, and no matter how hard I try, so, yeah.
On May 14th, 2016, Andrew John would upload a video titled My Dream of FNAF World, which would be split into two parts explaining the dream that Andrew John had where he interacted with the characters from FNAF. Strangely enough, the dream plays out much like an episode of Freddy Fazbear and Friends, and follows the same plot of the nightmares being the villains and trying to take over the world. It is unknown when Andrew John had this dream. It isn't stated in either of the videos, leaving it up to speculation on whether or not the series was based off said dream. Springtrap might actually be evil. Throughout the series, there has been a handful of evidence that points to Springtrap being evil and/or a twist villain. The next pieces of evidence originate from Evil Comeback, in which Springtrap experiences a malfunction in the spell that is supposed to purify his soul, seemingly turning him evil. However, there's a bit of evidence to show that he may have always been evil. Puppet explains that he always had a thirst to kill the innocent until he used his Purify spell on him, seemingly turning him good.
Remember how I told you all I used my powers to make Springtrap good? Well, he wasn't always a good person. Underneath that suit was someone who had a thirst to kill the innocent. That was until I discovered him in that suit and purified his soul.
However, we do know that his magic has always been a bit shaky. He tries to reuse his Purified spell on him after he starts to attack everybody, and it seems to work at first, until Springtrap attacks both Golden Freddy and Puppet. He explains that he is the master of trickery after fooling Golden Freddy and Puppet.
Did you forget? I'm the master of trickery! How do you think I got away with my crimes for so long?
However, he gets beat up by Freddy in angry mode and snaps out of it, quote-unquote. But considering that he is able to trick the smartest members in the pizzeria into believing that he is good again, could he still be tricking them? He knew that Golden Freddy was going to kill him if he didn't pretend to become good again, so he would have had to. Could he have been tricking the entire pizzeria the whole time into thinking that he was good? He does have a shady past. And Chica runs away at 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Chica explains that she had a conversation with him in which he wanted to rule the world.
And then I went to Springtrap and we had a conversation and he talked about like ruling the world or something and I said that's nonsense.
He also had made very short cameos doing very suspicious things in some early episodes. Why would he be sneaking around the pizzeria? Could he have set everything up from the start? This leaves the biggest question. Could Springtrap actually be evil?
Hey, it's me again. I'm probably going to make a whole video essay on this topic later on, so stay tuned.
Mean Chica. Mean Chica is by far the most mysterious character in all of Freddy Fazbear and Friends. Her name was only mentioned once, and Chica runs away, when Chica exclaims,
No one likes me! Foxy doesn't like me! Chica doesn't like me! Freddy doesn't like me! Not even Bunny likes me!
Now you may be thinking that this is a simple slip of the tongue. But why would she even begin to say her name in that list? Why would she say Mean Chica? There's evidence to suggest that Mean Chica is an actual character that exists within the series. Remember, Chica had copies of her endoskeleton made,
Yeah, that's why they started making copies for your endoskeleton.
thus meaning there are other variations of her. Perhaps the lack of a true angry mode is due to the fact that Mean Chica absorbed it all? Perhaps Mean Chica does exist. We may never know what she looks like, and we may never see her in the series. But at least we do know that, somewhere, Mean Chica exists. Thanks for watching this Iceberg video. I made this out of only love for the series and for the fun of it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Thank you, and goodbye.